Bitcoin is a bank in cyberspace. Monetary energy, core of the earth, doubles every year. Listen to my words. Selling doesn't hurt. Selling is absurd. It's like cutting off your wings, but you want to be a bird.
All right. I can see what I've did here. So give me a second. Let me just quickly get this chart back for you. And here we are, guys. Give me a sec. I know what I did. Just need to make sure. Yeah, I need to get it. Give me a sec. I did something very stupid. Interesting. So, for some odd stupid reason, it isn't coming. No worries, we'll sort it out. Let's try and see if that works. Yes, bro, let's go. But for some reason, now we got it. There we go, we got it now. So I made a stupid mistake, but it's here now. So let's start with the show. So remember yesterday, I mentioned something. All right, so yesterday what I mentioned was basically we could expect BTC to go and test the thing. And I want to replay this so you can actually see exactly what I was talking about. So that way there's no confusion, right? So let's do this. Let me switch this off for a second and let's play this. Here you can see we've got the 50-day here. We're about to come across. It's going to happen very soon. So I'm not going to talk too much about this. So other than that, and guys, if you're thinking about corrections or anything like that, no point even talking about it. All we can do is look at this on a short term, very short term, because we can't target anything higher right now. Because remember, our previous targets are still valid. So based on this, we can see that if we can break this neckline here, this 2 wicks here, we can actually pump over to 1618, which is going to be 51,000. So we could be expecting a 51,000. Right. So as you can see, what we mentioned yesterday, if you're expecting a correction, it's not going to happen, right? That was the fact. So I wanted to show you this, right? Because it was very important just to show you this, that no, we were not expecting any corrections at all. Right. Of course, we did see a nice little dump early, late night. Yesterday, basically, we saw a massive dump, but that dump was nothing. That dump was absolutely nothing. Audio not working. Which audio, bro? You sure? Let me check. Hold on. You're saying audio is not working. Let me double check. No, bro. As far as I'm concerned, the audio is working. So I think there's something wrong with your side. Double check, please, because audio is working as far as I can see. I've just tested it. Absolutely no issues at all. So I think it's probably on your side. Just if you're listening on Bluetooth or something, double check that. So, I mean, which part of the audio didn't work? Let me see. I see what happened. I know what's happened. Basically, because I was playing it through the YouTube, it kind of echoed. Yeah, I see what you mean. Yeah, but look, it doesn't matter. I mean, you can go and see that video tomorrow and you'll know exactly what's going on. All right. It's fine, right? So all I wanted to do is just kind of show you yesterday's video, nothing else. All right. Hey, Jedi Knight, thank you. By the way, guys, Jedi Knight is the longest ever paid member on this channel. Big shout outs to Jedi Knight. He's been one of the longest paid member here. I've had paid members come on and go off and all sorts, right? But Jedi Knight, he's stuck around. I'm telling you, Jedi Knight is a super soldier. So he's a massive supporter. Big thanks to him. It's just on another level. Thank you very much for that. Do really appreciate that. you know. So awesome, awesome, awesome. Right, let's get into this stream. Right, so it's not going to be a long one. What's the time? Right, time now is approximately 3:05. I'm not going to make this too long, so let's shoot into the video. Let's go. So we just wanted to quickly show you this for context, because obviously I've taken some of the stuff off, and you can see I'm using the index chart. So I'll go back into the index chart here, and you can see I've got my previous targets. We smashed through those, right? So this was basically something I was checking last night to see how low we could go, and we did. We went to $48,000, but I wasn't concerned about that. This was just a mini thing I was testing last night, nothing more, you know, and it played out pretty much. So the target that we have is still 51k. Do you know what I mean? Because what we were looking for yesterday, remember, we were yesterday's candle, we were sitting here and we were actually targeting that 51k, right? Currently, it's because this body dropped actually. So you know the dump we had yesterday, it's showing 50,600, and look where we are. Oh my god, this is insane, right? So if we were to check this today, you know, and we were about to say, okay, how high can we go? Well, this is the 1618 level, and we did get rejected just above this, right? So we've come back here, and you see this box is playing a very, very crucial role for us. So ultimately, this is what it is, but that's not what you're here for. Also, I don't know if you noticed, guys. I'm starting to do these thumbnails. They are kind of catchy, but to be honest, they are truths as well, right? So I just don't know how to make things up. So for me, it's more easier to just basically just put the truth out there, but try and make it a little bit catchy. So today's thumbnail was very simple, and I made it last night. I'm not even joking, right? This is absolutely no joke. I made today's thumbnail last night, okay? And I'll show you this. You're going to be laughing your head off. Let me see. Not here, sorry, not here. Let me show you this, right? You're going to laugh your head off, right? So let's go to get info, and you can actually see the actual time when I made it. I made this at 4:33 a.m. So this is the last thing I did. I made this, I made my mind up, I made my decisions, and I made this thumbnail, and then I just went to bed. I said, that's it. You know, I know exactly what I'm doing when I wake up, right? Now, why am I talking about 1000x, right? You definitely hear me talking about 1000x coins, because it's a common question a lot of people talk about. There was a brother, L something, I had a nice conversation with him on Discord as well. Also, guys, if you don't know, you can always go to Discord, check out Discord, and I've got loads of links. So for example, if you go to channel, these links are now fully active. So you've got the link here, and you've got the link here as well, and you can see all my public profiles here, for example. So this is a Discord link that's open, it won't change. Go there, join, ask me anything, and I'm always there. If I'm there, then I would obviously talk to you, but anything, I'm definitely always there, right? And you know, remember to like, share, and subscribe, right? That's the most important thing. So if you're new to the channel, this is where you're not going to get any BS, full stop, right? So let's go back into where we were. Where were we? So we're back into this chart, right? Let's go back in here. So this is what we're talking about. We're talking about 1000x coin, right? What is the next 1000x coins? And this kind of relates to what I did very recently. So I'm talking literally about an hour ago, maximum, I would say about an hour ago. I did this, right? And I just for confirmation and complete disclosure, I wanted to show this. This is my notification coming in from Coinbase. So on Coinbase, what did I do? Right, is a very important question, I believe, right? Because a lot of people are probably curious. It's like, hold on, what did this guy just do? Why did he go on Coinbase and dump all of his coins? And we're going to talk about every single one of those coins that I've actually dumped, right? So then you're going to get more, you'll understand a little bit more. It's like, okay, now we understand why this guy's doing what he did, right? So to start off with, let's go here and let's get the first coin that I got rid of, right? The first coin I got rid of. So let's use this one. This is on Coinbase, right? This is what I did. So you see here, for example, Rally. So I entered Rally around here, and then I saw Rally do this, and for me this was the difference, right? So somewhere around here, it was late August when I entered. So I did this, and I said, I'm happy, so I'm out, right? That's what I did. I said, I'm happy, I'm out. And I left it there because for me, that's enough. I mean, anything more than 10% is enough anyway, but that was good. So I said that was one of them. So I got out of this. The other one, CLV. And let's see if we can find it here. Right, the other one, I was down here somewhere, and I did this kind of a difference. So again, you can see mathematically what I'm doing, right? So this is what I did. This is where I am right now. I'm happy. So that was that. The other one, I've mentioned it on the video because somebody did talk about it, and I said, okay, let me talk about it, is this one here. Again, I did it on Coinbase. So these are the coins that are on Coinbase, and I had a whole nice little bag of it, right? And I'll tell you exactly why I'm doing what I'm doing, right? So here, for example, same time again, and this is what I did, right? Again, awesome, awesome, awesome. So I'm happy with the returns, and I said, right, that's what I need to do. Now, there's a big question to why this nutcase is basically getting out of all of this, right? You know, and you know how I always talk about how you got to be prepared, right? You got to be absolutely, absolutely prepared. So this one here, for example, it's a long time hold, actually. I've been holding it for some time now, but not that long as you might think. I actually picked it up around here somewhere, right, during the dump, and this is where we are today. So I was happy. I was like, okay, I'm losing my patience. I can't be with it. I'm not looking for this. This would definitely give me 100%, but I'm not interested, right? I've done all right. I'm happy, right? What was my other one that I was holding quite some time, actually? And this was some strap when I was from back in the days. So I'm talking these ones I had since it was like pennies on this account, right? so this was down here somewhere. I don't even know. I can't even tell you, right? It was basically pretty much after it launched on Coinbase, so somewhere around here. I can't remember what it was, some pennies, right? So I did this and I said, look, I'm happy to get rid of it. I don't really have too many, not a big bag, so I said, okay, let me get rid of that. The other one that I got rid of is this one, and brother KR knows about this, right? We picked it up, I think it was about 50 pence a coin or something like this, or less than that. So we picked it up down here somewhere. Yeah, it was around here somewhere, 50 cents, that was it, not pence. And currently, basically, so somewhere around here, so up to here, right? This is what I did, so I'm happy with that one, right? The other one I had quite a bit of was this one. So I'm just giving you complete disclosure why, and you'll understand, right? So you can see the how it makes sense what I just did, right? So this is what I did. I'm happy again, right? The other one, the last one, and this is going to be a shocker because I just picked it up just the other day, and I exited straight away. I'm not holding. Where is it? Let's go here. Check this out. So I picked it up the other day, and as I said, I'm not holding. For me, I believe I've had enough, right? So I picked it up from here, actually. So it's down here somewhere. I picked it up, right around here somewhere. I picked it up, and this is what I did, and I'm happy. So what I've done is I've converted all of these to Solana. And this is the most important thing. So let's go, let me put this chart back to where it was, and then we'll talk about those stuff later, right? So I put it into Solana. Everything's into Solana. Why did I put it into Solana? Well, one thing I noticed, right, while the entire market, especially BTC, so I've been observing this Solana, I'm comparing to BTC, right? And what I see is basically every time, and let me get back into the chat, 1 second. Liam Dennis. Thoughts on Solana? Yes, bro, that's what I'm talking about. This is the whole entire videos regarding Solana. I'm not joking. This is a Solana video. This is the 1000x coin we're going to talk about, right? So I hope you appreciate this, and if you haven't subscribed yet, please do hit that subscribe button, and like the video. That's very important, and share it with another if you think you find value. So this is all about Solana. This whole video is about Solana, right? So let's talk about this, right? So what I'm observing is this. BTC takes a dump, 2K, 3K, 4K dump. Solana keeps on pumping. And Solana's been ranking up every single day almost up there. Solana does one thing that I have noticed that no other coin does. Whenever BTC is down, Solana seems to be pumping. So you know how for the last few weeks, pretty much every video I've mentioned one specific thing, right? Non-stop. I said, look, last few weeks, maybe even a month now, I've said to you that we're going to face a very big trouble around here. This 58,000, 59,000 is now become a psychological barrier and obviously mathematical barrier for us. We need to cross this in order to confirm that this bull run is going forward, right? Because if we don't break this $58,000 level, and what I want to show you is this particular neckline here, if we don't break this neckline, this bull run could be over. We might get rejected around that level. We were confident that we're going to break this 50 level and go up to the 58. That's confidence. But what happens if we do get rejected here and this bull run is over and we go crashing all the way down to the 200-day moving average? What do we do then, right? And for us to see the 200-day, let's put this on, let's activate this, and let's go on a daily, and I'll show you what I mean, right? And we crash all the way down and we go to the 200-day moving average. What do we do? Do you know what I mean? So I need to understand, and what I was observing was that doesn't matter what happens when Bitcoin crashes, Solana keeps on pumping every single time. So this is why I said, okay, I'm holding a nice few bags in what do you call this, in Coinbase. Do I really have to hold them? So complete transparency, I'm actually only holding you're going to hear this, you're going to laugh your head off, right? This is insane, right? Somebody doing something like this. So I sold, I think it was 7 or 8 coins today, sold all of them. I'm only holding Solana, AMP, Engine, and Anchor. That's it. So my Coinbase account is now empty, right? Only thing I've got is those 4 currencies on Coinbase. And obviously, when you talk about my biggest portfolios, I've got literally all of them here, and I'll show you what's going on right now. So this is one of my only shitcoin that I'm holding, Shiba. Everyone knows about this. And I did post this on Discord. And I mentioned this yesterday. So we were on this red candle. You can actually see the picture as confluence. I'll show you what I mean. Because I did post it. And this was no financial advice, obviously. It's never a financial advice. You should know this by now. Look, this is the thing I posted. And you can see that red candle. That's when I posted this, right? I can't even remember the time. But this is when I posted it. And this is what I saw. I saw this pattern forming and I was like, wow, okay. So if everything else is, and we're doing an if statement, right? So if it pumps, if it bounces here and it comes back here, well, it's bound to break out. So, you know, when we talk about whenever we go to one direction, keep on bashing on that direction with the body. So we're looking at this body, right? Whenever this body goes and hits that, right, at some point it's going to break that. And then we saw this channel and like, oh, okay, we've got a greater channel. So this line doesn't even matter. So this channel matters more. This diagonal channel matters more. And this is what happened. We just smashed through this. Right? I mean, we didn't smash through, but we are going to smash through this. And when we do, I mean, obviously we don't have a high target. We have a very small target, which is technically coming back here. Because what we have to do here is break through this, come back here somewhere, confirm this, and then move up, break this, right? Confirm this, break back above. Because what we have here is this particular problem here. And I'll show you this, right? So we've got this level is a resistance, this level resistance, this level is a resistance, and these are all major resistance, right? Including this one is another major resistance before we can actually say now we're bullish. You see how we have to break this one level, this key level here, and we can put a line here just to show you, right? This one key level here, right, before we get to the next target, which would be here. And this is not much of a level, but this is a much bigger key level for us to break up, right? And if we were to follow this and we say, okay, what do we see here? Well, we clearly see a double bottom pattern, which is also known as a W pattern, and this is the neckline. So we have to get above this one level, this key level here, around here, in order for us to break through, and that would be a 0.0000 whatever 9, you know. So I am definitely holding this, but this one is one of those that I've thrown away. It's like, okay, I'm holding it, but I'm not really concerned. So this is going to be the only shitcoin that I would definitely be holding until it sometimes in the future gets back to these levels here, because it's not much of an expense, right? And what I'm looking at is basically, you know, if we do go back up there, what kind of a percentage. And I did top up a little bit. I think I mentioned it on a private group or someone. So I did top up a little bit. I'll show you. Hold on. So the target is for me is basically this level here. And if you can see, if we do, then we've got a 404% pump, right? If it does come back to this body. So I'm not looking for the other thing. I'm just looking for this body. So that's why it's going to be one of my only shitcoin that I'm going to be holding. So where is my other big hold? Obviously, everybody knows 99.99% is BTC. And what I do is whenever I make profits, I always go back to BTC. So I've talked about this on how to take profits and all of that. Those videos there, you can go and search it on the channel. I've talked about it. That's what I do. But currently, Cardano is one of my biggest holding, and I'm going to be holding it for 5 years. So this is why I'm extra bullish on this. And I have to be honest, my initial investment was absolutely nothing compared to where we are now. So I have taken that out. So currently, I have zero investment in Cardano. Solana, I haven't taken my initial out yet, I'm being honest with you, but that's because I believe in it. I have conviction, and right now it's going to be, so short term, I'm bullish. I'm obviously converting all my alts just to hedge against this BTC incoming dump that I believe that may be coming just in case. This is going to be a crucial level, right? But either way, if BTC goes here and pushes up, Solana's also going to pump as well. So you see what I mean? So it's a win-win for me. That's what I'm playing. I'm playing at this. I looked at the market and I said, Solana's the only one that whenever Ethereum dumps, whenever BTC dumps, Solana's still pumping. That's good. Solana stops pumping when the other two start pumping, right? So it doesn't pump as hard when these two start pumping, but ultimately when they're down, whenever they're red, just go and look at Solana and you see Solana is green. That was the key for me. That was the moment I said, well, that means if I am expecting a dump at this particular $58,000 level, right down here somewhere, this is where I'm expecting a dump or a rejection or anything. It's a win-win, because Solana is still going to climb up to, by the time we get there, Solana's still climbing, and if this does dump, well, Solana still dumps. So you see what I mean? So this is why I'm extra bullish on Solana right now. Let me just see the chats. Yes, so I'll talk about this, KR. This is, yeah, exactly, this is the strategy, right? So the strategy is, as you can see, this is my strategy. This is my win-win strategy, right? So I'm expecting BTC to face some heavy resistance here, possibly even, you know, find a massive rejection. Let me take this line and just bring it here, for example. Let's just bring it here for now, right? So this is just a random thing. Let's just change the color to red. Yeah, that's fine. So we just use this because we're extending the line. That's all we're doing, right? So I did it live on the video so you can see what's going on. So what I'm expecting is basically BTC to come down here and then probably find massive rejection here and maybe do a 20-30% correction. 20-30% down back here, absolutely fine. If we can make some support here, we're fine. So understand where I'm coming from. But at that same time, we will see Solana, right, is still going up. Solana would be still doing this. Do you know what I mean? It's still going to be meeting its targets, because you see every single target. These are mini targets, right? Then we've got, you know, I mean, the other targets are gone now. I mean, this I don't even need this here because we beat that. We smashed through that target, right? So our targets are getting higher, and we did target up to $200 very recently. So that means almost from where we are, we're going to see another 60-70%, right? Which is okay. So ultimately, BTC does a 30% drop, Solana does a 60% up. You see what I mean? So that's how I'm hedging it. And I'm like, well, I know those other shit coins, if BTC does a 30% correction, the other shit coins will dump even further, right? Maybe do a 67% drop. So you see how I've balanced myself. I said, well, I've made 50%, I've made 30%, I've made 40%, and I'm in profit. Now I'm betting on a horse that I know is always going to be moving forward. Doesn't matter how injured it gets, it keeps on moving forward. Whereas in all the others, they can't handle the fact that when BTC is leading and BTC goes down, they dump hard. Do you know what I mean? So that's the thing, and it's very interesting, and I quite like that. So I thought that's what I'm going to do. That's my strategy anyways, just being completely transparent with you guys. So obviously BTC is my biggest holding. Ethereum is a big holding right now, but compared to BTC, it's only like 0.1%. So I don't know if it's hard for me to explain this, but when I'm talking about, it's not a big holding, right? Because I did... Yes, it is, bro. So we're going to talk about this, right? Ethereum is not my oldest hold. So you see, this is why the difference is, right? So let me be transparent with you. BTC 2015 to now, playing around in this and that. So it's been awesome, right? Where Ethereum entered my books back in 2019. So you see what I mean? So 2019, this is when Ethereum entered my books, right? And since then, I wasn't even bullish. I actually entered only to lock some into the F3.0. That's all I wanted to do, nothing else, right? That's what I did. So that's why I've got a nice little holding there, but compared to BTC, it's nothing, right? BNB was a hold from 2018. I've been holding on to BNB, but I actually bought BNB only to pay for fees. And then now I got lucky, so I'm just holding on to it. You know what I mean? Of course, I'm bullish, but I'm not one of those. I'm not going to ape into BNB anymore. What I've got is enough, and that's fine for me. I can easily take my initial investments out, but I'm not bothered because I originally invested for what? To pay the fees, right? And I'm talking ridiculous fees, and it was just cheaper for me to use BNB. Now I've just got a whole bunch of leftovers, and also BNB has, I think I've shown it on Discord as well. So Binance doesn't allow me to buy anything. They want me to verify myself as an institution, and I'm like, I'm not an institution. They want me to show how much cash I have, and I'm like, I don't have any cash. I've only got crypto. So I've had a difficult situation with them, so I don't really care. But other than that, I'm able to use the exchange, buy, sell within the exchange. I just can't buy with fiat. But I don't care about fiat anyway, so I'm okay. So for me, again, BNB, as much as I hate them, I'm still okay. So that's what I realized, and I am leaving slowly. I am leaving, and I'm probably going to leave during the when the bear market arrives. I'm going to completely leave, 100%, just leave them until things change, because there are plenty of other exchanges out there. Like KuCoin is very good as well. Huobi's a massive contender to them. So, and I'm on Huobi already, so I'm just going to be moving things over there. And for legislation and regulations, if I have to, I've still got Coinbase as my oldest account. Plus, one of my older than Coinbase is Poloniex, so I've got that shitcoin exchange as well. So I'm okay. Maybe I won't find some of the new gems, but who cares? I don't care. Right. So let's go in order. Biggest hold, BTC. Second biggest hold, Ethereum. Third biggest hold is where I'm going to freak you out. It's not BNB, it's DOT. My third biggest hold is DOT, right? So that's my third largest hold that I have for the next 5 years. My fourth largest hold is Cardano, right? I have a massive amount of Cardano. We bought them at 6 pence, 10 pence, 15 pence, ridiculous money. So that's what we got. I'm not even topping up. I did top up some, but that's about it. My fourth biggest hold, so we've gone through my all my holding basically. My fourth biggest hold now is Solana. All right, and I haven't taken the profits. I will take it after I see what BTC does. So that 58k is a key for me, and I'll probably just take my initial out and just leave the rest, because I am going to hold this for 5 years. So that's one of my strategies there. And then, as I said, BNB is my fifth largest hold, but BNB is just one of those, just got lucky with me and just stayed there. So those are the ones. I do still have some more shit coins that I do need to get rid of, and all of this needs to be adjusted, because a lot of these coins, so these ones I still hold, right? So you see these coins here, I do still hold. So every one of them, like for example, this one, I don't hold anymore, so I don't need that, right? So that's what I'm going to be doing now. Anything that I've dumped, I'm just going to get rid of it. For example, this one I dumped already, so I'm going to get rid of this, right? So there are coins, this one I dumped already as well, so I'm going to get rid of it. So that's what I've been doing. Also, the other strategy that I've got, right? And again, when I look at certain things, and the other reason I actually, so that was one of the fiat reasons. When it comes to these coins, when I do start dumping them, right, it will be for more BTC. So if I see they're worth more for BTC, then definitely, right? So for example, I'll give you a nice one. Let's go back to this chart. I just want to use this one, right? Let's do ADA BTC, right? And watch what I'm talking about, right? Let's just go there and you see what I mean. Look, I'm getting more BTC for my Cardano. So right now, if I sell my Cardano, I'm getting more BTC. I'm happy, because remember, I was down here when Cardano couldn't get anything for BTC. Now Cardano can get a lot more BTC. So that's the strategy. When I'm looking at Solana, this is what I'm doing on Sol, right? Sol BTC, right? Right, look at this. This is. I mean, Solana was down here. It was $1 when we not here. Sorry, let me just check. Because it was $1 for. Oh, sorry, I'm looking at the wrong price. But anyway, this is the BTC one, right? So right now, I'm gonna get a lot more BTC for my Sol, right? You know what I mean? So if we go back to Sol USD, you'd see what I mean. So it doesn't matter where we go, right? Right, $1 was down here somewhere, not here. Look, $1 was down here. We were on Sol when it was $1, somewhere down here. Do you know what I mean? Some ridiculous area down here. So that's the kind of a thing you got to understand sometimes, right? So when we talk about 1000x coins, of course, listen, there's 11,000 coins. All I'm going to say to you, pick your bags. This is the advice. You want a 1000x coin? Pick your bags. Pick your duration. Pick your time. It doesn't have to be these top coins. Do you know what I mean? Everything will pump. Trust me, everything will pump, right? Pick one. That's all I'm going to say to you. Like for me, I've always mentioned in every single video that Cardano is one of my top-notch coins that I believe in. And that was one I picked. That was a shit coin I picked. Remember back in the days, even now, I still say there's only one crypto and everything else is an altcoin. And I've recently given Ethereum the status of a crypto as well. Recently, right? All the rest, for me, they're all basically still altcoins. You see what I mean, right? So one by one, they'll come there. So even Solana is an altcoin for me. So did I believe in this as a 1000x? I did, but I had conviction. Do you have that, right? Do you have your pick? You can't go around choosing 1,000 different coins and saying, I'm going to do this. Because at one stage, I had like over 500. And I'm glad to say I've bought them down to, I believe, about 25 to 30 now. And when by the end of the market, I'm going to be only left with about 4 or 5. That's it. Worst case scenario, maybe 10. Right? I have mentioned a few, and as I said, I was just looking at this. I was like, we're getting to that point. Do I want to take that risk, or do I want to just basically hedge myself? And I said, no. Do you know what? The best coin I've seen so far to hedge is Solana. So what I'm going to do, until BTC goes to 58, I'm going to stick around in Solana and then see what happens. And by that time, if Solana goes to 200, I won, right? And it's going to perform better than the other coins. And if BTC then breaks above 58, my God, Solana goes to $400. I 4x my money. Do you know what I mean? So that's the idea right now. So that's why I did it, even though I bought it on a green candle. So remember, we have a rule. We don't buy on green candles. But today, when I did this, I didn't care. And I actually posted, if you look at the message and if you look at the screenshot, you'll see it's a minute difference. As soon as I did it, I posted the screenshot on Discord, basically. So it wasn't like I bought here and then I told you. No, I did it instantly, right? Because it doesn't matter what it is. And I bought it on a green candle because it doesn't matter. It's too bullish, right? Because even the corrections are stupid. I'll show you what I mean by corrections, right? So if you take this, right? The corrections are minuscule corrections, right? But the pumps are far bigger. Even today, for example, if we update this pump, right, and we're looking at it on a daily. I mean, look at this. It was 149 yesterday. Now it's flashing 150. It's just every day it's just doing $1 moving up, $1 moving up. This is just insane. So this is what I loved about this, right? This is why I said I have to talk about this. This is just one of those, right? So now talking about what KR asked me, right? So I'm going to go into the chats now, talk about some of this stuff. Right. So Chaos said, would I be buying them back up in the bear market? That's the strategy. That's the key. Let me activate this and I'll show you what I mean, right? So the strategy that I've got is everything I'm dumping, I have a list. I have a pen and paper list. I'm waiting for the entire market to break through this. Let me delete this one second. So I'm waiting for the entire market to break through this, go into these zones, right? This particular level here. So just below the white here, I'll probably exit BTC around here, or 50% of my BTC. That's where I'm looking at, or most of my alts around this level here, right? And then I'm going to wait for it to come back down to at least this white line here. So if it comes back to this white line here, this level here, that's when I want to pick up. And it doesn't matter. I understand that some of the alts maybe, today maybe they're at $1 and tomorrow they may be $100. Remember what I said. If something is successful, it's always going to go up. It's part of the design, right? So ultimately, if it's $1 today and $10 tomorrow, it doesn't matter. I mean, Ethereum, I saw Ethereum back in 2015. I didn't touch it. I saw Ethereum in 2017 pump to $1,400. I didn't touch it. When did I touch it? In 2019. So you know what I mean? It doesn't matter how high we go, we're always coming down. So ultimately, when we do come back down to these bottom lines here, right, pattern could be something different. I'm not saying this is going to be the exact pattern. It could be here. But that's when I'm going to buy, because it survived. You see what I mean? The key is not because it's pumping or, oh, it's a great coin, great project, great leader, great this, great. No. Altcoins are for making money. So when we want to go into altcoins for making money, we need to know they survive. Because I remember in 2017, we had top 100 coins, half of them. They're now in the top 300, top 400. Some of them's gone to page 6. They're gone to like 600 or something. So you see what happens as new coins and new technology comes on, people start becoming, how would I say this? They start FOMOing into these new projects and start dumping the old ones. So some of these great projects we had end up being basically shitcoins, right? So I want to see the survivors, and that's what I'm going to pick up in the bear market. So if Matic survives, I'm going to pick it up. If DOT survives, I'm going to pick more up, right? Or DOT, I know is going to survive. But some of those coins that we've talked about, Scale, Rally, GRT, and this and that, even Link, for example, and I do have some Link, right? Those ones we're going to talk about, right? In the bear market, we're going to pick them up when everybody's crying, it's bloody. We have, for example, when we come to a level where, we go back to $1 trillion, that's when I'm going to be thinking of picking them back up again. Right now, I don't want to bet against the horse that's just been running. It doesn't get injured. It's just running. It's like a Superman, right? It's just running. So that's where I want to be. Do you know what I mean? Right? Because look at this, it's just ridiculous. Look at this, 7 days, right? 7 days. It's done this, and I believe within the next 7 days we're going to do another one of these, right? Because of the way it's going, and it just doesn't get affected with BTC, you know. So that's what it's going to be. This is, you know, this is one of those ones. You just, oh, I don't know what to say, right? So let's go back to this one. I had it here, or no, this one. So let's go back to here. Why did I have the DeFi open for you? Let's go back here. And also, I don't know if you know, TradingView is bugging out. So if you look carefully, it's the same chart, but here is gray, and here for some reason it decided to become white. I have no idea. And if I do change the setting here, it changes the setting for everything. So I don't want to do that. It's kind of stupid. So let's talk about these now. Let's clean this chart up. Let's hold on. Let's clean this chart up. So what are we expecting, guys? What are we expecting? Remember, we're still looking at the higher time frame. We're looking at the weekly time frame, and I want to delete this, right? So we're looking at the weekly time frame, and what we're seeing is we're coming close, right? We're coming close, right? This is the data we have here is awesome, right? We're definitely peaking on this, right? We want to come close, right? But the only thing that is stopping us is this. Look, stochastic RSI is high, but it's fine. Remember what I said. Sometimes we can stick around there for a very long time. It doesn't matter. So that's okay. You know, I'm happy with that, right? Also, the other indicator that I talked about, remember the HMA, right? Hull moving average. Follow that. It's really, really cool. And make sure you go to the settings and change it to 104. That's 2 years. So we're looking at 2 years data. And style, do whatever you want. I like yellow and I like it large. So if I put that there, you can see that we've got plenty of confirmation that we are attempting. This is the only resistance. Forget your lines, forget your Fibonacci's, forget everything. This is the only resistance we have right now. And if we fail this, then the worst case scenario, we can come back down to this level here, right? This 50-week moving average, right? And we can come back down here. So you see the range is quite big, right? We can easily see this kind of a dump, right? Which is going to be very serious. I mean, obviously, if you think about it, that's a 30% correction. Look, let me just bring it here. That's a 30% correction. So we could expect to see this 30% correction. If we break below this line, right? Where is it? Let's get this here, right? If we break below this 50-day moving average, game's over, full stop. There's no ifs and buts about this. This is the game's over, right? So this is very crucial for us. We need to see this. And obviously right now, as I said, we've got this massive resistance forming here. I mean, not forming, this resistance is sitting here. Look how strong this resistance is. You see what I mean, right? And if we were to put a box around it, and I'll do this box again just to show you what I mean. So you see this level here, there, right? That's all we need. That's the data. We're just using these candles here as our data points to see where all the battle was. And you can see this level here, this 58,000 keeps on flashing, keeps on flashing. We've got this here, and we're going to have trouble around that area, you know. And for us to be bullish, we need to break above, first of all, break above this Hull moving average and the median line of the logarithmic, climb up, confirm, stay above, then move. And that's it. That's when we know the market's going back up. This is the key level that's going to decide whether we go up or whether we go down. That's what I'm saying. So that's what I'm doing. Today's strategy was that. So as I said, pick a coin, and trust me, stick to it. You know, you can do a thing. You know, you can choose an alt. You know, there's no such thing as which coin. Any one of these coins could do 1000x, any one of these, right? Apart from these two, let's leave these two because they've done it already. They've done it already. Cardano done it already technically, right? It's already done. Like, what we bought it at, what, 10 15 cents. So if it's here, you do the maths, right? How many percent that was, right? BNB $2, look where we are. It's done it already. So these, the big large caps have done it already. That's all I'm going to say to you. The large ones have done it already. You know, Polkadot, it hasn't done. It's getting ready. So this is one I would say is a good contender. If somebody wants to pick it up, no financial advice, would be a massive contender to pick up. $30 right now. I'll call it a bargain, because when this pops, this could easily do $200-300. So this is a good one to hold, right? Link, again, in the future, we can easily see a nice little $200-300, $400 coin. So that's something. No worries, Mustafa. Thank you for coming to the show, bro. So this is one I could be easily looking at as well. Terra Luna, I talked about it. I'm just going to be holding on to this one. I'm not going to do anything on Terra Luna. I'll tell you this now. So that's that. ICP, I'll look at it on the next on the bear market. I'm not going to look at it. I'm not going to touch it at all. And this is one of those. Remember, I call it a leech. it's a leech, right? It won't do 1000x for you, but it's got potential, right? This one has a good potential, but just not now. You know what I mean? I believe this is priced in already, so forget this. This ain't gonna do nothing. If any coin does have an opportunity to do anything, maybe 100x or something, could be VeChain. I'll be honest with you, could be VeChain. So that's something I'll be looking at, and I'll be, you know, keeping observing as well. And I do hold quite a bit, and this is gonna stay in one of those altcoin stash basically. Avalanche has a good opportunity, maybe, but there's one other coin I want to talk about that has really good potential. So this is for all you Filecoin lovers, right? All of you Filecoin lovers. I know there's a lot of you guys who keep on getting into the Filecoin hype. I'm just gonna do this as a recommendation, no financial advice. If you like Filecoin, take my advice, dump all your Filecoins and put all your money into Arweave and forget about it. You'll make a lot more money on this than anything else. This is up and coming file storage that you want to be on. This is going to make you money. The other one's going to wreck you, right? Because the other one's just a pump and dump coin. I don't really see any use of it. When the news comes out, it pumps, and when it dumps. This, forget the news. This is technology. This is technology. This is legit, right? So have a look at this. I'm not here. You know, I don't like hyping coins, right? But this is what I say. This is for the Filecoin lovers, right? If you love Filecoin, get into Arweave, dump your Filecoin. That's all I'm gonna say. But yeah, look, I can go through the list, right, all day long, right, and we can talk about all sorts of these. But as I said, pick your coin. Pick your coin. You know what I mean? So avoid the high caps, right? Because they've already done it. $1 to this, what's that? That's like 1,400%, right, or something like this, right? So we've already done it. You know, BTC from $6 to where we are now, close to whatever percent you want to call it. We've done it already. Do you know what I mean? So end of the day, if you look at all of this, we've done those. Right, so these big boys have done it. Obviously, they're still going to pump in the long term. These are the best holds. So if you want to save your money, you put it here. When you want to make your money, you put it into these coins that are upcoming and that are basically, you know, large enough for it. So these are large enough caps for them to be sustainable. So we know the next bear market is not going to affect them. Price may go down, but the coin's not going to vanish. That's the key. So what you're looking for is coins that will not vanish. We know Terra Luna's not going to vanish. We even know, I mean, even Filecoin, right? It's not going to vanish. It's still going to be here. So it's still not a bad deal. Tron, God knows how it survives, but it's still going to be here at some point, right? So there are coins out there you can pick, right? And just hold. One thing I am going to avoid is DeFi coins, by the way, guys. When I'm talking about DeFi, I'm talking about the swap coin. So what does Pancake Swap do? Absolutely nothing. What do you need Pancake for? Nothing. The platform is a DEX, that's fine. People go and use it, but do they really need Pancake for it? No. So those coins I am going to avoid, right? And I'm going to advise everybody, if you pick them up cheap, great, no worries, make some money, get the hell out. But what use do they have? That's the thing. They have absolutely zero use case apart from just hype coins. You don't need them for anything. So be careful around those ones. That's all I'm going to advise here, right? Axie might see a little bit of a pump, but then we know that this is a coin that's going to be failing epically. When something new comes out, this is going to fail epically, right? And the contender I'm seeing right now for similar NFT project, right? I did mention it was Mbox. Mbox just got its dump, so it might be a good opportunity, but again, I'm not going to mention anything here. Once it does pick up again, it will. And go and look at the technology. That's why I wanted you to go and look at the technology. This, remember, it's an awesome technology, but I was in it for the money, so I did my thing and I'm gone, right? So yeah, I'm not going to talk about anything. This one, remember, it's a big project. It launched heavy and it went down. I think it has potential if the Koreans wake up to it one day and say, right, we're going to push our little our little coin, you know, our country's coin. They might push this. So that was one of them. Kasuma, no point me talking about it. We already done it. Look, I mean, a few weeks ago we were talking about it was around $200. We were talking about it. We're saying, you know, you buy Kasuma and you buy DOT. You don't buy one or the other. You buy both. And both of them have done what they need to do. I'm not going to say too much. All I can tell you, in the future, Kasuma will be merging with DOT at one stage. Then you can see what DOT price would be. So now you see why one of my biggest holding is actually DOT, right? You know, the numbers, the sequence. Do you know what I mean? You can see the sequence, right? Why DOT is one of my largest holding compared to everything else. So that's what's going on. So we talked about BTC. Yeah, I mean, BTC is just doing its thing. I'm not going to bother about this. Oh, who remembers this chart? So you do remember this chart? where we mentioned that basically how this flag was forming. And there was another line that I took it off, basically. Even this one I'm going to take off. We don't need this anymore. We talked about the flag, basically, that if it breaks this pattern, where we were going to go. And so far, as you can see, we're still on target. This is where the level is. So yeah, we're doing awesome here. I'm not going to bother talk too much about this. Ethereum, here we go. We don't even have to talk about it, right? What was our target for Ethereum? 3,835. Did we beat that target? Absolutely. We just smashed it. Basically, let's have a look. When did we smash it? Let's have a look. This is going to be interesting. Let's get rid of all of this. We don't need this anymore. Actually, when did we break it? Okay, so we broke it around 4 hours ago. 4 or 5 hours ago, we smashed through that, basically. If you look at this. Around 4 or 5 hours ago, we smashed through that completely. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hours ago, basically, we smashed through that. And now we're basically on a roll. So we're doing our thing. You know, Ethereum's going for the targets. Also, while I'm here, there's a few things I would like to do. Let me get rid of this. I don't know how all of this. Remember, I tell you that I don't save my chart. Sometimes it has a good thing and it has a bad thing. And also this, remember guys, when we talked about this breakout, the percentage, if you bought here, if you were bullish, we're talking about 25%. Well, you can see we've already done based on this, right? So coming back to the same level, if you measure it up to here, we've already done 20% from where we talked about. So if someone bought it here, it would have been 20% up, right? That was the key. So we did that. Happy days. We're still getting there. I'm not really that fast. Let's see what happens. And you can see we don't really have much remaining. It's just a very small gap, like, you know, what's that, what, 5% to get to this particular level, 5-6%, and we're gonna hit that, right? We're gonna hit that. Maybe even tonight. We might even do this today. Also, have a look at the volume. Where's the volume? Let's have a look at the volume, because yeah, I mean, so the pumps are volume supported. You see what I mean? So it's moving upwards, volume supported. You know, this is a new candle, but yeah, I mean, the volume supported each day has been higher than the previous day, or close enough, but definitely higher than the little lows we had. So super solid, super solid. If we were to do a short-term target, I know some of you guys like the short-term targets as well. If we were to do a short-term target, then we're looking at 4,322, which is pretty much the same as this one. So yeah, I mean, pretty similar. It just matches with it when I'm going to talk about those. BNB I talked about yesterday. All right, I talked about yesterday. BNB, you know what I said. We're expecting a breakout on BNB because you can see the stochastic RSI has pointed up. The blue line has flipped over. And if we do a breakout, we're expecting a 574 first, and then a 660. And then the longer time over, you know, as long as this market continues, we can expect anything up to $1,000. You know, so again, people who bought it at $2, $10 or whatever, that's 1,000x, more than 1,000x. That's ridiculous amounts, right? There's no point even talking about it. Dot is playing about with everybody, and Dot's just gonna do it. I'm telling you, Dot is getting ready. All we need on a Dot, right? We just need one more of those volume candles just to come in. Right, and just shoot, and then Dot's going to go to that $38, you know. And overall, as I said, we're just expecting the previous high as our target currently, and in the future we can obviously do something more, but as I said, Dot is not ready, right? Dot is not ready, but it's definitely going there. Solana was the point me talking about it. We're going to $400, right? With this whole thing started with Solana, so let's leave it there. Cardano, what's the target? Miniature target. We've got our other targets. Let's look at the miniature target. Would be here. Miniature target $3.26, which is pretty similar to here. 20 cents difference, not an issue, but as you can see, we have formed a lovely little resistance level here, and this is where we're basically battling at the moment. But do you know what, this is all playing part of the thing, because it's just moving along this line. You see how it's respecting this line every day. It's going on this line, you know. And this is the kind of a move we like, right? When we're respecting this, this is the kind of move we like. Also on BTC yesterday, what we saw, let me refresh this, because it will bring it up as well. See what I mean? It's bugged. It's completely bugged. I have no idea what's going on. Yeah, completely bugged out. Let's bring this out. Right, so BTC, remember we were talking about yesterday. We were talking about this on a weekly, actually. So let me put it on a weekly and I'll show you what I mean. Right. Right, on a weekly, we were talking about how, you know, we might actually do these bounce. So where's the drawing tool gone? I have no idea what's going on with the trading view. But yeah, we were expecting, so these bounces are healthy, right? When we bounce on this line, it's absolutely healthy. We're just going to push forward and move forward, and this is healthy. Go up a little bit, come down a little bit. As long as we can hold these trend lines, very important, right? SHIB, I talked about SHIB as well. Told you what my strategy is. Now, total market cap, as you can see, we did put a drawing here and we said, look, if we can beat this level, we're going to be positive again. And you can see we got rejected just after going above this, which is absolutely fine. It's playing similar to BTC. And remember what I said, when this also pumps up, BTC is always going to also going to do its thing as well. So far, the market cap itself, and I remember I was the only person, and probably the only person on the planet who's put a Fibonacci on the total market cap, which is stupid, but I did that, right? And I'm still sticking to it, right? So yeah, that's pretty insane seeing this come to this level here right now, facing resistance here. We're just about to break out, you know, and as soon as we do, that's when you can see these massive moves. And you know, when this is happening, you know we're coming to a market top, right? It could be a local top, it could be the actual bull top, we don't know, but it's coming, right? So we want to look at that. This is the altcoin, right? And this is what I see on the altcoin. That's why I had the line chart. Look at this. We're literally on the previous all-time high. We've just entered the previous all-time high, guys, right? And we talked about how we're having the breakout. It's a matter of time. And again, remember, the entire market cap will react. So this is with BTC and Ethereum and everything. This is without BTC. And look what you're seeing. We're actually on the previous high. So we're about to break out of this one. And this is going to be insane when it does. But then I also have total market cap without Ethereum. So this is the one without Ethereum. And what do you see here? It's just about getting ready to break out. So the low cap alts, excluding Ethereum, are also getting ready. And who's helping this? Solana, Cardano, Polkadot, Uniswap. You know, those coins are all pumping these up, right? So that's what we're seeing here. But then I also have DeFi. Why do I have DeFi? I'll show you why I have DeFi. Look where DeFi just entered as well. This is all the DeFi coins out there, right? So if you're holding some of the DeFi coins, for example, I mentioned Pancake, I mentioned Uniswap, Chainlink, and this and that. Remember, these are all DeFi protocols, right? So they are also getting ready. So what this whole picture, when you're looking at the total market cap, we're looking at total excluding Bitcoin, total excluding Ethereum, total excluding Ethereum, Bitcoin, and any normal chains, right? Just DeFi protocols. That's what you see. Do you know what I mean? So when you're seeing all of this, the market is saying to us, well, get ready, we're coming. Do you know what I mean? So everything's confirming that they want to push up, right? So it's ultimately really, really good for us. This was the chart I was showing somebody else, and I just wanted to move this actually, and I wanted to do it on the video because remember, we targeted that 51,500. We're so close. I mean, we went to almost 51. You can see that there was a spike to 50,600, right, or 700. We did do that. We're close. I think by the end of the night, we might even push forward and actually break that level. So that should be awesome. I was looking at the longs and shorts. Shorts getting wrecked, longs are holding up, so it's not that bad. I hope nobody's doing any revenge trades there. They should survive if they don't. And yesterday, actually last night, there was a moment where there was nothing, and that was insane. I've never seen anything like it. There was absolutely nothing there, which was really, really awesome to see. So market was deciding that it's better not to do anything. You can see BTC going out again. Awesome to see. Always a good thing to see. Ethereum, we know, obviously. When we're looking at the 200 gainers and looking at the top, where the volume is coming in, we can see this is where the volumes are entering right now. Okay, let's have a look at the top losers. Uni volumes dropping off, RV volumes dropping off, so you can see where the volume has been leaving and where the volume has been going in. All right, that's what you see here. So this is very simple to see. I don't use market cap, remember, and when you don't see any USDT here, right, that's a key to say that, okay, USDT is now going into the crypto, right? All that USDT we had sitting there is now going into crypto. So this is a good little snapshot of everything, right? But other than that, guys, I hope this was informative, and I hope you understand your next $1,000 1000x gain. Just pick one, but you have to have conviction. I'm not going to be telling you this is going to be your next 1000% pump. I'm not going to tell you that. Most of the market has done that solely because, and I hate this when I see this happen to a chart, mostly because, right, of this. We are coming to that level we are coming to that level. And let me get rid of this. I hate when it does that. Yeah, so mostly because we're coming to that zone where we're going to go parabolic. This is going to be the, the parabolic bull run that I talked about yesterday. This is going to happen. When we break this, it's going to happen. Until then, of course, we're in risk for that 200-day moving average, as I said, right? So let's see what happens, 50-week moving average, not 200, 50-week moving average. So we do have that risk, but ultimately, if we break this is going to be the parabolic run. Everyone FOMOs in, everyone goes crazy. That's when you need to be very, very careful, and some of the best coins you're going to pick up are the ones going to be down here. Those are going to be your 1000x. Doesn't matter if it's 10 cents now and tomorrow is $10. It doesn't matter. Those are the ones that are going to pump next season, So, my advice is start adjusting your bags. Don't follow what I do. Don't follow what other influencers do. Don't follow what anybody says to you, right? Just adjust your bags. Have a look at them. Have a look at how much money you've made, how much profit you made, right? And be cautious, because the next few days to the next few weeks is very, very important for crypto, solely because of what we might be doing. Right, it's very, very important. Next few days to the next few weeks is very crucial because of this $58,000 mark. You can see this 58,800. So this is very crucial for us. It's very important. We must see this, and we see where we go from there, right? But yeah, so far, this trend line is our key. This is all we have to observe. So any dumps or any pumps, just follow this trend line. And what I'll do, actually this chart, guys, this chart is my chart. So if I shared my chart link, you can just have this chart yourself and just make it yours, or do whatever you want with it. But yeah, so guys, do you have any other questions? Let's have a look. Hold on. When is a good time to pick more SOL? There's always going to be a dump, right? Every pump has a dump, right? But there's no such thing as a good time or a bad time on a SOL, right? So what any TA guy would tell you, and this is something, right? So I'm just going on order, guys, as the questions game. So any TA guy would tell you this, and myself, I would say the same as well. This is a trend line we're going to hold. So of course, can we see a massive dump coming down? Yes, but remember what I talked about dumps and momentum. Market will not go against itself. If the market is going up, sometimes we have to invalidate these lines temporarily, and we start creating these new trend lines, right? So what we see here, for example, let me give you a good example. Shall I leave? Actually, I'll take that one away. So let me show you a good example, right? How it works, right? So for example, we know that we've created this lovely little resistance and support level here. We know we've created this. So obviously we know that this trend line is down here. We might see a dump up to here. I hate people when they call when somebody's on a phone. So sorry, somebody's on the stream. So what you see here, of course, you can see this level here, right? And this then, does whatever it needs to do. These could be the dump zones. Of course, it's going to be cheaper for you to buy around these levels. But when is it going to come? Is it going to come now? Is it going to come later? Right? That's the key. And this would be the level we need to hold. And if we go below this level, then we're going to be more bearish. It's not going to be 30. It's going to probably come down even further. So these are the risk levels you also have to understand. And then what happens with trend lines, right? So this is another thing with the trend lines. So we have this longer time trend line here, but we also have a micro trend line forming here as well, right? And let me up this for you, right? So you see this is another trend line forming here as well, and we can actually confirm this trend line by looking at this, right? Actually, look at this. There's another trend line forming here, right? So this then changes the game. You see what I mean? So it then what it does, it changes the game, and it says, well, if we did have a correction, our correction could come up to here and then move up. So when you're expecting these massive corrections, it might not happen. Do you know what I mean? We might actually end up seeing a mini correction because we're forming these new trend lines that most people are not looking at. And only way for you to confirm those trend lines, if you go to a shorter time frame, you can see that there's a lovely little trend line forming here, which is it kind of moved away from the major trend line. So you see this major trend line, which is a healthy one, and you see this unhealthy shorter time trend line, and this is what it is, you know what I mean? So that's, you have to expect things like that. So you can't just look at one picture and say, well, that's it. No, there's another trend line forming here. Just like how I did on BTC, for example. I have my major trend line here, which is not healthy, and I've mentioned this. And then look at this micro trend line, and I've been observing the micro trend line more than anything else. And you see how I even done this trend line? Look, I did it from the top of this candle, right? But this is a trend line. You know what I mean? So the same thing, when you look at Solana, you can see, look, we've got this 4-hourly trend line forming here, which is still valid. It's a solid trend line. So the corrections that we could expect within the next, say, 40 hours is maximum here. And if that was the case, what would be the correction level? Let's see the percentage. 10%. So you see what I mean? So even though we can expect this massive dump, that's what it is. So this is the kind of stuff you have to understand as well. Right, so yeah, I mean, you could expect a dip. The dip would only bring it down to about $128. so KI, if you want to pick it up at $128, be ready, have your buy order there. Literally at the bottom of this candle. Do you know what I mean? That's what it is. It's like top of this candle, bottom of this candle. Literally, that's going to be your buy order if we do see a correction. So be prepared. That's all I'm going to say, right? And that is possible. That's more likely. But remember, the momentum is up, sentiment is up, market is up, everybody's up. Right? What was the next question? Isn't Solana going up too fast? Does it not need to go a bit more literally instead of... Exactly, yeah. This is pretty much explains the same thing, bro. So this major trend line is the most legit one, is the most healthy one, of course. And here's the parabolic one. But even then, so what we need to do, if we just auto it, so this is how you can see basically if it is on a thing. So so this is not on a log. So you can see this is not a log chart. This is just a standard chart. It is like this, and it's fine, right? Because what happens is every time it goes up like this, you see this 1 or 2 days. So what it does is, I don't know how to show this. Let me show this here. Let me draw this for you. This is going to be insane. And let me do it on an auto and a log. So it's easier for me to show you. So what it's doing is this. Look, it goes up, parabolic, sideways, up, sideways, up, sideways. And then if it keeps on doing this, it's creating this kind of a pattern. So it's actually quite good. The ones that we don't want to see is something going up like this, one maybe here, up like this, one maybe here. That's dangerous. Do you know what I mean? That's dangerous. And this is what Dogecoin did, right? Remember a few months back, this is what Dogecoin did. It just went parabolic in one single day. We had this massive candle, and that was bad. But everything you're seeing here is going up, taking a rest, creating support, creating resistance, moving back up. And it's doing this here as well. Even on a 4-hourly, you can see, even on a daily, you can see this, right? It's constantly going up. You see how it's creating these support resistance zone, and that's what we need. Any coin should give us this. What we don't want to see is one candle just shooting up like that. That's bad, right? So let's clear this chart, and I hope you got your answers. How do we know if it's going down? Sorry, what's going down, bro? Sorry, I don't know. I think you're lost right now. Mustafa, you're definitely lost, bro. How do we know going down? If you watch the video, everything I've said talked about the lines and everything, right? This is what it is. When you're talking about BTC, I'm assuming that's what you're talking about, BTC. How do we know it's going down, right? It's a silly question, but if you watch the videos, you would have known the answers, right? We've talked about this many times. So let's get this here. What we're looking at is basically these kind of patterns here, right? So this is, look, this pattern here is same as this pattern here. And what you see here is when it goes to the market top, right? Local top or bull cycle top, it dumps. And then we create this new high here. And then what happens is the next time we try and come back to this, we don't come back. That's like hopium phase, right? So you come here, you're completely down. Everyone's in denial. Some people come back. It's like a mini bull rally, back to normal. We're going to go back to the high. We're going to beat it. And then it's false hope. Everyone comes down here, and then they assume they're going to go back up again, and then they don't succeed, and that's when they get wrecked. This is the same pattern you can see here. We went down. This is where we came back in again, failed rally, came down again, and right now we're in that hope phase that we're going to break above and go and create a new all-time high. No, we need to break this level first before we do anything. So that's how we know that it's definitely going to go down if it doesn't succeed. So it's an if statement, right? I don't use if statements. So this is what it is. It's an if statement. So this is the pattern you're looking at. It's the same pattern, and in history it plays over and over again. You see, look, over and over again. You think you're going back up, but you never beat that previous all-time high, and this is when you failed, right? And it doesn't matter when it does it, right? And this is, for example, I'll show you another good one here. Here's a local one I'll show you. check this out. So here's a local one. So this is 2018, this is 2019. Did you all know that in 2019, or even here in 2019 October, yeah, so in 2019 we could have easily had a bull run and go parabolic from here to 20-30k. All we had to do is beat this level, but we didn't. You see what I mean? This was the high we went to, this was the attempt we did the second time, and we failed. And since we failed, we just stayed down. When did the bull market start? As soon as we broke above this level here, this candle here, this one candle here, you see this one weekly candle here, this was the one that started the bull market. So look, this was the previous high, this was a low, this was a local high. So how is it a bull market? It's because it broke this high. You see what I mean? So that's what it is. So does the bull market continue? Yes. When we break this candle here, now the bull market continues. So it doesn't have to be the previous high. You see what I mean? Right? You know, and it's the same pattern every single time. So when we have this here, we have this correction. When does it continue? This one power candle. And look at these candles. You see what I mean? That's when the bull market continues. So same thing happens here. We go down and then we have a power candle, right? Continue. And then we get that dump. You see what I mean? So right now, we know that we need a power candle to take us above this. Then confirm this. So other than make that, I'm not going to make this any longer. It's almost, actually, it's bang on 1 hour. Damn, another 1 hour stream. I know some of you guys hate the 1 hour streams, but smash that like button. Hit that subscribe if you haven't already. Yeah, I mean, the stream is getting awesome. Also, I don't know if you can see all of the live chat and everything comes up as well. I've kind of modified a few bits and bobs there as well, so that's kind of awesome. Yeah, and also super chat is active now. So yeah, if you guys want to buy me some coffee, you can do that. Super chat is active as well. Let me show you what I mean. Check this out. I think it's this one. If I press this button, it should, yeah, it's this button. So super chat is active now. Boom, you see? So yeah, super chat is also active. That's kind of awesome. Oh, I just moved everything. Yeah, put it back again. So yeah, that's kind of awesome to see. Now I messed it up. Now I bugged out, guys. I bugged out. There we are. Right. So yeah, while messing around with this, yeah, so super chat is also active and it's really awesome. So yeah, it should be awesome. So the thing is, we're trying to do is grow this stream, guys. That's the most important thing. Don't worry about the super chat or anything. I don't want a coffee from you. If you can see, when you see me, you can buy me a coffee, but other than that, not really that interested. But yeah, I'm just showing you that this stream is getting awesome. Do you know what I mean? We're doing so many different stuff, and remember, the Discord server is always there. That's where you can ask me any questions or anything regarding what's going on in the market, or if you have a question or you want me to talk about a coin, drop it there and we'll talk about it. Also, I know a lot of people have been messaging me, I believe. Let's have a look and see who's been messaging who. Let's see who's been looking at what. Okay, no, this is just my bot basically. So the Discord bot is literally just throwing out some so that you can see here, the Discord bot is just throwing these news, right? So you can see these are actual news. This is how you spot those lovely little gems if you want, right? But again, don't treat this as a financial thing, right? End of the day, this is information being fed to you on a stream. So make sure that you do take that with caution. And sometimes you'll see sponsored, or sometimes you'll see advertisement. So you know those are paid, and these are news articles. Even I've noticed we do get Twitter feeds as well. So that was a good one. Where was it? Not this one. This is not the one. There was a Twitter feed as well, so that was quite awesome to see. I did see a Twitter feed. So yeah, I mean, any information out there that is relevant, it will come to you. So that's really, really cool. Just constantly feeding news. So this is an advertisement, you can see. All right, so just be careful. Yeah, this is a Twitter feed. Look at this. This came from Twitter, right? So that was quite cool. So you're always going to get the latest and the greatest and the best news, apart from some what do you call this? Advertisements and sponsored news. So those ones I would say avoid. But other than that, guys, this community is growing. It's only new. The links are on top of the description. You know, go out there, smash it, and we'll see where we go from there. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, other than that, like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you on another one. very soon, hopefully. So tomorrow I'll probably, yeah, I'll definitely be around tomorrow, I think. But other than that, like, share, subscribe. um VET, man. Okay, do you know what? I'm gonna drop this one just for you right now. I'm gonna drop this Camel Gamer last second thing. I'm gonna do this just for you. VET USD. Let's do this. This one's just for you. You're late to the stream, but this one's just for you, my bro. Look. All right, let me get rid of this, and let me get rid of this, and let me show you what I see. Right? Let's activate some stuff, and let's show you what I see. Right, we see a short term and a long term. We see two different things here, right? And we see other fascinating stuff here as well. So this one's just for you. So we see this level here, we see this bottom here. When we see this, let's make this nice and big and thick for you. So when we see this here, we know that at the top of the range we can see a breakout, and when we see a breakout we can expect highs of up to this level here, right? So we can see highs of up to 23 cents, right? But all of this we need confirmation, right? So let's get some confirmation. Is that really the truth, right? So what we do, we put it here on the top and we put it down here and we say, right, so the truth is, remember, it's going to be about 19 cents, right? So we're going to expect it around this particular level. Based on the Fibonacci, we should expect this, and anything above this would be a higher level. So our target's going to be very small. This is what we're seeing right now. VET also, if you look carefully, you can see this particular pattern here, which is very healthy. So any corrections or any rejections that we can possibly see would bring us down here, worst case scenario. But as we are so close here, we are expecting the breakout more than the fake out, right? Or anything you want to call it like that. Short term, if you look at this, you can see this is going to be the short term target, which brings it back to this body. Short term 16 cents. So short term, if we do a breakout, you can see a 16 cents first, then you can see the 19 cents, and then of course it always, if it is a flag, it will break out and it would go up to here, right? That's what we're going to see. Also, if you look at the shorter time frame, one thing VET did was this was a breakout, right? And you can see this is following BTC. So exactly what BTC did a few days ago is exactly that same thing. Tamil Gamer, by the way, are you on Discord? If you are, just let me know who you are. I'm not sure. Yeah, I think I've got you on Discord, isn't it? I've got you there anyway. But that's fine. We'll see you there. So yeah, that's what you got basically. Look, we broke out, and this is it. This is confirmation, and usually we can even use this data. This is quite funny as well. Check this out. So there's another data we can use. So this is how we sometimes find multiple points of confirmation. So for example, if we ignore this, say, and this is not a bull flag, so if this is not a bull flag, and then we can't expect this price. Well, in the short term, what we can expect, and this is more legit, is this. If we do a breakout, because this is much more shorter time, and you put it here and you say, okay, if we do break out tomorrow, for example, so we got on the daily tomorrow, well, this then gives us a slightly different data, but this is where it's going to go insane. Check this out. It gives us the Fibonacci 1-2 level, which is a 16 cents. So just above this Fibonacci, that's what it's giving us. So this is based on this triangle breakout, right? So remember, we can actually do a triangle breakout, and sometimes we see these massive lovely gains, and that's what we're seeing here, this triangle breakout. I'll change the color, make it red. Yeah, so this is what's happening. So this is what we would expect. Oh my days, sorry, my bad, I put it in the wrong place, guys. This was what we were expecting, and it did it actually. I just realized we just did it. This is so stupid of me. I actually got excited and I put it on the top. But no, we did expect that, and we did get that. So the breakout's done. So that means the bull flag is confirmed, right? So definitely we're going to have a bull flag breakout. That should be awesome, awesome, awesome. So yeah, other than that, guys, I hope this stream was okay, and I hope there's no more requests, because it's 4:15 and I've got to go. Normally I don't want to stream after 4 p.m. because I've got to get ready and I've got to go work and earn some money like normal people, so I can buy more Bitcoin and more crypto. You know what I mean? So it's all about buying more crypto. So yeah, I'm looking for a job. If you guys have a job or anything, let me know. Okay, I'll do anything. I don't care. No job is too big, too small. As long as it buys me more Bitcoin, it's a great job. So other than that, like, share, subscribe, and I'll catch you on another one very, very soon. I hope this was okay. Right at the end, little bonus. So yeah, other than that, guys, smash those likes, share with everybody, and let's get this community growing. Let's go to 1 million subscribers, and let's go and change people's lives. Right? That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna change people's lives. We're gonna keep them calm, collective, and everybody understands what's going on. Right? That's what we're gonna do. Right? So people understand that the market, how it reacts, what it does. Always keep them calm, give them the facts in the charts, nothing more. Maybe some of our logic and some of our reasoning, but other than that, we're not going to give anybody any BS here. Just 100% facts, nothing else. Adios, my amigos. See you on another one.